Hello, let's go through the markets, see what's going on. This morning I'm looking over at Five Below. Apparently, consumers are not able to afford $5 crap from China. They're down almost 11% this morning, even though they beat earnings, which is always pretty funny, except for those that are holding the bag. And let's see, let's go through the morning updates here. We got more US-Iran framework stuff happening with Lebanon ceasefire, cooling the energy markets a bit, continued capital rotation out of the extended technology, and it looks like it's moving into small caps and value sector. I'm seeing some pullback on hospitality and travel leisure this morning, and the scanners come up with some pretty interesting stuff, so we'll look at that. Let's see. Let's go through our positions. Let's see. First, let's look at where everything sits. SPY down just a touch. NASDAQ down. All right, let's go through the positions and see what we're working with here. I had some trades fill yesterday. Let's see what they look like. Ticker ILMN exploded through our little high and tight trigger, and I did a 15-minute wait on that guy. Looks like it's up 1% pre-market. Okay, that looks fine. Ticker AEHR. I got filled, went up, and unfortunately it was a hammer on that. So it looks like we got filled on that. Not looking too good. I'm going to leave the stop loss as is. CVI. Okay. Getting into the energy trade, it looks like price went up outside of our buy and then went down to test for support. No trades pre-market. What was this? Lower volume. Okay, I gotta set alerts on this. Ticker AAON went up, tried to test for liquidity. Now it's back down looking for support. Not too happy with that. Okay. GLW. Yeah, we were looking good on that. Then we got a doji guy. And then prices back down in pre-market 4%, 5%, not looking too good. I'm going to keep the stop loss here, and we'll see what happens. I like the stop loss on that because it's just a little bit above where the previous, and we are getting higher lows. So we'll see what happens today on that. Yesterday's, or 2 days ago's June 2nd, crazy high volume bar. Looks like we're just testing to see if that was valid or not. I think it will be, but obviously I have no idea. Let's see. Energy. Okay. We just got a new feature coming out on SignalDeck where we're allowing us to see how we're leveraged on a heat map side. So that way I don't do what I did previously and get over leveraged on train. So I'm going to roll that out, start testing it and see if it's worth anything for common stock users. Yesterday we had a high volume, but it was within the range of the January 2nd bar. So this looks pretty good. Stop loss remains on that. Okay, let's check out what Korea is up to. Okay, definitely a pullback. Stop loss remains. Let's see what NVDA is up to. Okay, looking for support. Lower volume. Looking good. I'm fine with that. All right, dude, you bought a Dell. Ticker DELL. All right, that looks good. Low volume. Looking for stops, hunting for them. Just outside my stop. I'm fine with that. This was on the Trump news, I believe. Yeah, that was Trump news, I believe. I'm going to label that as news. Okay. Where's this at? Ticker HBM. Low volume pullback. Minerals again. I think I got too much minerals here. Excited to see what that new feature looks like. Test it out. That's a clawed position, CVX. I know oil was down this morning, so I was curious how this interacts with that. Yeah. Higher volume, lower candle. Not too great. Yeah, all right. Back to my over leveraged trains. Very excited to see that that's back up to pre-market, which is basically my fill price. Essentially testing to see if anybody else is going to buy. Interesting. I may have to move this stop. Yeah, I'm going to move the stop tomorrow based on today's action. We'll see what happens. All right, ticker UNP. Following suit. definitely way below that. This is such a gross setup. It's testing the resistance from March. Not looking too good. Okay, monster. All right, monster's back above consolidation. Looking good. Watching to see if I was early to the move. Stop loss remains. Nucor. Okay. Nucor is running out of steam here. Pre-market down. What are we at on break even? Okay, so break even was hit previously. We're at a scratch on this. I'm going to move stop up to 244 within that previous liquidity sweep on May 28th. I anticipate a pullback. I don't really want to ride this out to test the May 6th pullback. I hope that's not too tight. We'll find out. I mean, it's definitely going to go and retest June 1st. Continuation. It's running out of steam. I'm going to move the stop to 244.41 underneath June 1st. Okay. Edit this guy. We have hotkeys on SignalDeck, so you can just kind of maneuver this a lot easier. Let me make a note of that. Okay, what do we got? Cisco hit our break even yesterday and had a little high volume doji. I think it's a doji. Okay. Let's see what light is up to. Oh, I need to stay away from this guy. Yeah, just more of the same. Okay. Just low volume. Lower volume than the last three candles. Within yesterday's range. Not really within. Yeah. We can't even get above this price, so but we know it's going to come back. I need to move the stop up just a touch. So I'm going to move it over to 779. Yesterday's candle was okay. So we just hit our hotkey, go there. I'm going to make a note of this. Okay. I think I have way too many positions. Okay, so this was a leadership signal. Looks like STEM is finally getting some pullback here. Our stop is 63. Okay, we need to move this guy up. I don't want to wait around for that. I'm going to move it to 69. Nice. 95. The VSA verdict was hold, but I need to lock this in. Okay. And I have 2 positions on this. I really need to connect the 2. So I'm going to make a note of this. And then ticker PANW. Definitely lower volume pullback. But that's a VSA, so we'll let the algorithm determine that. And then and we'll edit this with the hotkey, go over here. Okay. All right, not too bad. Let's go through what I'm looking at this morning. Just some stuff coming through. This is a good consolidation, high and tight scenario. Regional banks are getting a little cool off here. Ticker MOV, low volume pullback. Definitely put a little buy order above that guy. This is an interesting one. May do a 15-minute wait on that, but now that I see it, I'm not too happy about it. This is a good one to watch. It broke out past the April 10th range. Huge bar. Testing for support. I'm going to put an alert here and add it to this. And let's see. Yeah, we'll see if we get an extension on that. And then let's see what's going on in CSX showing up on the leadership. That's great to see since I have a position in that SNDK ticker. Semis. Okay, the semis, trains, some sort of health technologies catching the bid this morning. Okay, got a lot of signals coming out on that. So yeah, that's what we're looking at this morning. We'll see how tickers MOV and FISI look this morning. Cool, appreciate it.